jamming to the music.
Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. We are glad to be back another day. We're in the land of the living one more day. So happy
Yes.
Sunday to everyone. So this is Bougie Girl Cyber Happy Hour Girl Chat. How y'all doing out there?
Hi.
Share, come in and talk with us, chat with us. We're just going to have a great day on this Sunday. Um, I'll have had a few technical difficulties in the beginning, but we got it together. So we are ready to talk. We're going to talk about some hot topics on today. So join us, make some comments, ask questions, put your 2 cents in. We're
Please
just
put the two
here to
cents in.
have.
This is gonna be a good one today.
So we just want to have some fun today. So guess what we're gonna talk about? What y'all think we're gonna talk about today? So before we get to talking, Elena, how are you today?
I'm good. I got
Did
my.
you have You go to listen to church, you got your wine going. Okay, girl.
I didn't listen to
Yes.
church because I had to work today, but I'm gonna watch the
Okay.
replay tonight after this because I'm gonna need it.
I
I'm in a
know,
little
right?
church.
I
Hi,
know.
Nadine.
Unfortunately, I know. I didn't get to watch my church online. Let's give a shout out to our churches. I go to Unity Church of Dallas in Dallas, Texas. My pastor, Demetrius D. Lewis, an amazing man of God. Hey, everybody at Unity Church. Miss you guys. So that's my church. What's your church?
I go to the Mix Church, Baltimore. My pastor is Pastor Marcus England. And we're doing some
Hey.
big things. We had our serve day yesterday. Didn't get a chance to do it because I was working. I worked today. One day I'll be able to go to things when I
Work
make
a
my own
working woman.
schedule up. I make my own
Yes.
schedule.
Good. So that's a blessing.
Yes. So, guys,
So,
we gonna talk about some things. We already know what's in the social media, not really in the news, but all on social media platforms, all everywhere. Everybody got a lot to say, and so do
right.
we. And we have two different opinions about what's going on with Will and Jada, and apparently August Elsina.
All
So,
right.
guys,
Well,
please leave y'all look comment on the side. Leave y'all opinions. We're gonna include it in the video and the post today. Um,
yes.
and let's get started. I don't know if everybody's seen it. I did not. I didn't watch August Alsina interview. When
Hmm.
I did hear about it before Will and Jada dropped their Red Table Talk. So, did
Hmm.
you get a chance to watch the August Alsina interview?
No, ma'am. I did not. I did not hear his portion, and so I can't really speak a lot about it. I heard some things from the aftermath as far as things that he said. Basically, from my understanding,
Hmm.
he, I guess, exposed the situation because I guess she stopped responding, and changed her number. And he like, what's up? I thought we was good or whatever. That's my understanding. I could be
So
totally
my thing
wrong,
is, you
but
saying that, but did it happen recently or did it happen 4 years ago? Because why is it
I,
so relevant now that he had to drop all this information to the world?
you know what? Maybe our audience can help us with that. I mean, hey, I don't know. So I don't know why this is relevant all of a sudden, but from whenever it happened, now we're all talking about it. We're
Right.
watching interviews. She brought it up. I guess she wanted to bring it to the red table
Table. Yeah.
and
So,
talk about it. And
right.
so now we're
Before,
talking about it.
right. So before we go to the red table and what Will and Jada put on there, how do you feel like should you feel like he's in the right to say it, or what is your take on how he did things?
August, you mean how he exposed it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't think he should have said anything. I think if you are in a relationship with someone in the limelight like that, and plus, I think everybody kind of knew anyway, because from what I've seen, there's pictures of them out in public together on the red carpet and different things like that. So I think, people knew they were like maybe together. I don't know if it was like more of a friendship type of thing. Like the pictures was more like, oh, they just
Mm-hmm.
taking friendly pictures together or whatever. Didn't really realize it was a relationship per se.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of times when you're in those types of situations, unless it's mutually agreed upon, I think you kind of just should keep your mouth shut. I think maybe he was a little heartbroken, and so
Right.
he wanted to put himself out there. My understanding is that maybe he's doing this also because he's about to drop an album, and you know how that goes. You build up a lot of publicity before an album drops, so you can get all these sales or whatever.
Right. But
And
my thing
so
is,
it could be a
does that help people? Because I understand, yeah, you're trying to get the clout. That's what they're saying right now. But what kind of clout are you trying to create? Because people love Will and Jada, and you can get canceled so quick trying to mess with. This is one of our power couples,
right.
and you know what I mean. And trying to
Yeah.
expose and expose somebody else there just to build you up. That's just it's just childish to me.
I mean, I think a lot of stuff that happens in Hollywood and the stuff that a lot of these celebrities do is childish and it's just petty and crazy. Just like how celebrities are inboxing Will, like, what's up? You good over there, bro? Like, or whatever, kind of like trying to make him feel a certain type of way or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times, this guy just really went through something heartbreaking for
Yeah.
him or devastating public humility, being humiliated publicly like that. And then, you think you have real friends and they want to come at you like, oh, you good. And then want to sit there and try to be funny or whatever. So, I mean, I just think it's unfortunate that they're going through this publicly like this. And it's
Right.
unfortunate that this young guy felt it was necessary to put their dirt out there. I think
Right.
if you're going to be in a relationship with somebody of that stature, I think also they need to be careful who they choose to be in a relationship with. The person needs to be mature and grown. Like,
Yeah.
let's cut it out.
I
Like,
understand. Stella tried to get her groove back, but she gotta get her groove back with just a little somebody a little older.
little,
A little
little young
older.
Tinder. You know what I'm saying? Look, she had a little young Tinder, and he did just busted her spotlight. He just exposed all the business. He was like, I guess we're mature enough to handle it because from one of the posts that I saw, he was like, he got his heart broken.
Yeah.
And a lot of
But I
times
mean,
when
like,
you're
if you know you entering into this relationship, even though we don't get into what they said on the red table talk, but at the they said they were split up, so they wasn't they were separated. So
right,
even though you know this person is separated, like why would you get your feelings in something when you know they're just they're not divorced? So if you doing all this, like you need to know that you probably it's probably not going to be a full blown relationship. It's probably not going to be a thing. Because why would I'm sorry, why would Jada leave a $40 million but I don't even know what he got
look, look,
for your
I
little
don't know
hundred
either.
thousand like
I don't know either. So, but the thing about it is, I think a lot of times people have to be careful because when you're having sex with somebody, you're in that type of intimate relationship with somebody,
hmm
your emotions get involved. I don't care what the stipulations are. I don't care if you're like, oh, well, I'm just separated, we whatever. People's emotions get caught up. People get emotionally attached. Soul ties are, she wants to use the word entanglement. So, you want to use these deep spiritual words. So I'm going to use the spiritual word soul tie. So, you now soul tied to this person because your souls are connected because you had a intimate relationship with this a young man, probably not really that mature. I don't know how old he is.
I know he was friends
Markel, how
with
old is August Alsina?
Jaden.
He's 27 years old. You're not even really
So this
30.
if
You know
this
what I'm saying?
happened 4 years ago, that means he was 23. Jada.
Come. Oh.
She needed that young energy.
Look.
She said, I need healing. I need that young energy.
I need that. You know what? I, I can't say that I ain't gonna even. I don't know.
Hey, look.
I mean, but I think about it is if
But a
you
connection don't have age on it. Like you just
I'm
connect
not
with
saying
people
that it was wrong.
sometimes.
I mean, he's a grown man, right? He was grown, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was grown. They decided to connect or whatever the situation may have been. But the thing about it is, he young or whatever. So just imagine, so you young like that, you connecting with this older woman. I'm thinking there was some mommying going on because he was in that place. You remember he was like really going through it at the time. He
Mm-hmm.
was kind of like going through some type of emotional thing. So you're connected with somebody, and she's basically saying, our family connected with him to kind of help him
Yeah.
to heal through the pain that he was experiencing. So now you're
We got
connecting with
different kind
this
of
young.
healing.
So that's what I'm saying. It
I'm
went
sorry,
further
I'm
than it should
childish.
have gone. Y'all, I can't see no comments. I don't know if anybody said anything. But so you're connecting with this young man. He's young, impressionable. You're Jada Pinkett, right? You're every young man's dream. Jada Pinkett, okay? And
Yeah,
so it got out of hand probably. But then, she's probably mature enough to say, well, you know what? I know what this is. I know what it is. But
that's why
he
she was
like,
mature
okay,
enough to break it off and not have those feelings tied to it. Like I feel like older you are, the more disconnected you can be from certain situations. The
yeah,
younger you are,
it's hard.
everything is drama. Like everything is like connected.
Yeah, I mean, and he, especially at 23, especially with young men, you're probably still not really emotionally developed, matured to a point where you're really kind of like understanding. You understand, but it's those emotions are still all over the place, kind of.
Yeah,
And so, as a mom of young adults like his age, a counselor, your emotions, your development sometimes is not really like they said for young men, like until you're like 25, 26. So you're still going through those emotions and stuff like that, that development. And then you're at a place of brokenness. And then, so all of that compounded on top of each other didn't help the situation. And so now, 4 years later, you're with somebody for 4 years. That's a relationship.
yeah. I don't think they was together for 4 years. I don't
Oh,
think they
it
was.
happened 4 years
It
ago.
happened 4 years ago. Yeah.
Okay. So how long, do you know how long they were together?
I don't think it was. I don't think it was that long.
Well, it was long enough for
Long
him to
enough
feel a
to,
certain type
yeah,
of way.
yeah.
4 years later, he's still feeling some type of way.
Well, I mean, it might have been his first love. I mean, it's
I mean, it's a possibility. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's like, this is my first love. I love
the
her,
first person that really paid attention to him and like that. We don't know how his relationship with his mom is, but obviously he might have had mommy issues.
I think so. I think
Yeah,
she mommied him.
yeah.
You're 20,
She
maybe
did a
20.
little bit more
She
than
could,
mommy them.
she did. I'm just saying, it was a lot of stuff going on. It was some mommy and it was some healing going on, some other
Hmm.
types of healing going on. So, I mean,
Yeah,
it's just what it is. And it's unfortunate. I think it's unfortunate for everybody because I think some posts that I've been seeing out there, they're making Will look like kind of like wimpy, like, oh, he a punk or
yeah,
whatever. And it's just kind of unfortunate for the entire family,
yeah. But
for everybody
we gonna
involved.
go. Look, we're gonna talk about this red table talk because I watched it and I was getting some. Okay, they on a different level with their relationship. I feel like they have a very healthy relationship, despite on what people trying to see from it. I don't know what you
Yeah,
saw, but I saw two mature people having a conversation because most men will have a difficult time dealing with this, but knowing that this happened, they probably healed from this already because it happened 4 years ago. So they probably went through all the emotions and talked about it because I feel like the conversation they had was very mature. And a lot of people don't get to that in their marriage. You know what I mean? When
right.
something happened,
Yeah,
even if they were separated, but if
yeah,
something happened and you're separated from your spouse and something happened, some people can't get over that. But I wasn't
right.
with you.
Hmm.
You told me to go find myself, and I found more than myself.
I found some love. I found something. I found me a young tender, and he comforted me during my time of
You made me
need
feel
because
better.
I was crying. Did you see that? I don't know if you saw it when she was, Will was like, oh, she cried for like 40 days straight. Like, I guess they had some rough patches in their marriage where I guess, and
Yeah,
that's why they separated in the first
they're
place. So they had
separated.
some rough patches
Because on the
in their marriage.
red table talk, Will says he was done. Like
Hmm.
whatever, I don't know if Jada was doing something, they was doing something, they were just done with each other. It was pretty much he
Yeah,
was like, I was done.
he was over
He,
it.
and I know he said it earlier. I don't he didn't. It makes sense because when he first started Instagram, he said, you know, he he's not responsible for Jada happiness no more. He made her go find her own happiness, and he was talking about that time of their life. Like he's
Hmm.
not here to make Jada happy. She
Hmm.
got to make herself happy because he said that like
Right.
I want to say over a year ago, maybe 2 years ago on his Instagram when he started it. It was like
Hmm.
it's not his job to make Jada happy, and he had to learn that, and then she had to learn that, and
Yeah.
he, and maybe that was the time that they were growing at that point. Maybe around that time they was getting
Hmm.
back together, and
Right.
she found out who she was because she said on the Red Table Talk that you know even having the entanglement or relationship with August, she realized that being with someone is not really finding true happiness. You really have to find happiness within yourself, and that's not on anybody else or with anybody. You can't find happiness in a
Exactly.
relationship unless you're happy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's so true with any relationship, in any marriage, especially that's a lot of responsibility to put on somebody
Yeah,
else to make them to
definitely.
put that responsibility.
Okay.
You have to, girl, look, don't start now, won't be done.
14
To
days.
look, when I get back, 14, okay, 14. I was like, I hope I don't get stuck out here. Like,
And then go put you on a plane, but not cough in the
girl,
on the airplane. you know, we're gonna
don't
put
don't
you
put
out.
rumors don't put rumors out there. I was choking on some dust or saliva or something in my throat,
Mhm.
and here
Mhm.
you go, want to
Mhm.
act up. Don't start none, won't be none. So look, and so, but anyway, I just feel like, you know,
I
they
lost your
are
train of thought off.
mature
Go ahead.
adults.
Yeah, they are.
They are mature adults. They are had. It sounded like they were having a healthy conversation, but it seemed like to me it was still a little bitterness there, like a little anger,
Between them two.
because
I
he was
wouldn't.
like, "Oh, talking about getting you back and stuff like that," and I'm
I
like,
think
"Is he?"
Will is a comedian. I think it was like more of a, like a I don't think it was like a negative, like I think he was just joking around.
Okay,
I didn't feel no type of. A lot of people was feeling some type of way talking about, oh, some stuff is going on. He seemed unhappy. I'm like, I didn't get none of that from the video. I guess I wasn't wearing it with the same
because I'm on
glasses
my
as
phone.
other people was going. But we have Nadine said something. She said, I believe I believe August Will gave him his blessing because they are swingers. LOL. I don't think it.
Yeah,
I don't think this really happened 4 years ago. I think August was in love with, and Jada decided to reconcile with Will and still
right.
have August on the side. Um, August wasn't having it, so he left Jada and probably
He
was tired
busted
of
it.
being in the shadows and made out to be a liar or not
Right.
relevant as he was in her life to the public. Check out his song Nunya. Um,
Nadine, I agree. I agree with that as well. Like, he didn't want to look like he was tired of being in the shadows, and he was like, "Look, I'm sick of this, and you know what? I want to tell my side of the story."
so my
And
thing is, your
so,
side of the story didn't have to come out because even if you a side piece, you a side piece to a couple. So you don't matter.
but like they're like she said, they're swingers. I mean, so y'all
That's
gets down
rumor.
anyway.
That is rumor, and they said they were
I've been
not.
hearing that for so many years though. Like this has been happening since they were like back in the Will, like the Fresh
I
Prince
don't
days when
know.
they first got married. I've been hearing this, and if it's wrong, it's wrong, and if that's not what they were, it is. But like you said earlier, you were like, he said, "I was done with you." They were separated, so she was
Yeah.
looking for herself. She was finding herself. You gave me kind of carte blanche to say, you know what, let me go out here and do what I do. You did what you did because she did make a comment during the interview, like, and he was like, about getting back, and she said, "Well, you've already done that. You've already done your get
Got
back." So
yeah. I bet you nobody gonna come out on Will's side.
because guess
They
what?
probably signed the agreement or getting a nice chunk of money. I'll stay
Because
quiet.
look, because you know how to deal with the mature young ladies. You're having them signing non-disclosure agreements. You're having them leaving the cell phones at the door. We're not playing this game. I'm Will Smith. We're not
hmm
doing this.
Right.
So, and she was kind of like, like, oh, I'm whatever. And this young boy was like, oh, okay, you ain't got me sign no agreement. I'm telling everything.
See, Jada need to know how to wrap up her loose tied ends.
Yeah, tight, tight, do it.
Throw them in the closet with a key.
Look, I'm having you sign the paperwork. We're going to get it
Girl.
notarized. I need you to sign these papers, okay?
Hmm. If you say
But
something,
no,
you're tend to
say,
disappear. You're gonna disappear if you say something. I'm just
look,
kidding.
I can you send the link to I don't know if you still have her I think it's what is it, Newborn Edwards? Because she wants to join the conversation.
Let me see. Let me send you the invite.
Okay. Newborn Edwards at Hotmail.
I
It
think
should be
we
still in there.
no, because we sent it from yours, not ours.
Okay.
Not from Bougie Girl. Newborn
Okay.
Edwards. Don't be coming and joining the conversation. We can hear you. No, at hotmail.com. Newborn Edwards at
Uh-huh.
hotmail.com.
Hotmail.
Now everybody know your email. Send the emails, y'all.
Right.
There you go.
Everybody know your email now. It's all in the bit. It's all on the public on the screen.
Mhm. All three of the people that's watching right now.
All right. Everybody. All
Everybody.
y'all. Right. The live people.
Anybody else who want to
That's
join, let us know. Just leave your email right here because we can join up to 10 people, I think, now. You knew that?
oh nice. I did not know
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah, we can
10?
put up to 10 people. Yep. So
That's
if y'all want to
good.
join the
That's a
conversation
little
live with us, go
party.
ahead, send us your email. I'll send you the link and come get your
Yep.
conversations in. Look, it's girl chit chat.
Look,
Okay, it's Sunday
it's
chit
girl
chat.
chat today. Look,
Mm-hmm.
come on and join the conversation. Come on and say what you gotta say,
Because I
cause
got my opinions, but everybody say I'm green, and I always look at everything with rose-colored glasses. But I like that little
Nadine had
interview.
Nadine had a good point. August, was tired of being in the dark and was like, oh, so that's how we gonna do it. Let me speak up for myself. And he said, oh, this is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I'm back together with my man, and we doing good. I don't need you no more.
Right. And he's like, oh, really?
Right? He
Really?
acting like
That's
a
how you do
female.
it?
You know what I mean? He acting like a female. Like
But that's how and I felt the same way. I said
that's
the
a
same
child.
thing.
You did. I
I
mean,
did.
cause who? Okay,
What guy gonna do that?
you
But
don't want him
again, what did I
anyway.
say? No, but
He's
what did I
young.
say in the beginning? You got to be careful who you pick. Will got the, maybe probably the more mature season, 35, possibly 30, a little more seasoned. So they like, okay, I'll sign it. Oh, you gonna put a little stack in my account? Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Okay. I ain't saying nothing. This Will Smith. And she probably was like, okay. She sent you the link. So yeah. Y'all, I'm at my sister's house in Las Vegas. So y'all seeing me having these little sidebar conversations. I'm not at home in
No,
Dallas.
she's visiting.
I'm
She's
traveling,
visiting.
y'all. Traveling.
She's in
So
Vegas, getting that Vegas run.
yes. Look, getting a look at the Vegas germs, honey.
It's too
But
hot
I'm
in
t-
it's too hot in Vegas for it to travel.
girl, look, we
Corona
was out
like
there
Corona like
today. It
I'm
was
out
like
here.
one.
I'm not out here. I'm not out here. It's too hot. It's too hot to
It's too
travel.
hot. I done died because it's 110. I'm dead. I'm dead. Girl, when I tell you, and I was talking to somebody, when you walk out, it's like you're in an oven. Like, I don't know if it's
Yes.
hell on earth. I don't know what to call it. It's hot. I'm like,
And nobody
okay,
else complaining
Father.
but you, hungry. They used to it.
Girl, I lived here, so I'm used to it, but it's just, you get
It's
kind of
different
like,
when you because I've been in Maryland. And every time I go back to New Orleans, I'm like, how did I ever survive this? I am melting.
look,
I
this
am
all this brown
melting.
sugar's melted to the ground, honey.
My gosh.
Help me.
Oh my goodness.
Help. No,
Like no
but
wonder I was the skinniest when I was in Louisiana. I was melting. Couldn't
girl,
keep
I
fat
know
on
I
because it
didn't.
was just melting away.
I know I didn't probably gave a good 10 since I've been in Texas. I'm like, I can't even keep the weight. And then we got the good food out there too, so
Yeah. Yeah,
got the
not it's
good
not New Orleans,
good.
but y'all got okay. Dallas is okay.
People, some of y'all New Orleans like to migrate, you know what I'm saying? Migrating to Dallas. So we get a little taste of it, you know what I'm
I know,
saying?
I
So
know, I know.
she said that ain't the same. That's
Mm-mm,
not the same.
mm-mm.
No, so let's go ahead and keep going about this conversation because
Okay.
so I mean, he seemed, I don't know, like I said, he seemed a little bitter, a little bit to me. He seemed like he was still going through it. He was like, well, you wanted to talk about this, so let's talk about it. And you
Right.
decided to do this. And, you know, she was trying to skirt around it a little bit to kind of justify or whatever, or to make herself look better. But I just think it was unfortunate because, you know, a lot of people probably do what they've done. You know, you take a little break because you're going through something, and then you're deciding to come back together, and now you want to have this public conversation. I guess because the
Right.
person on the side decided to bring it up. So I guess he's the one that brought it up first, and so now they have to have a conversation about it because he's the one that brought it up. So
I just think it was a whole childish move, like, because you could tell,
why are
like,
we
the
talking about this? Well, because
right.
he said his heart was broken. I mean, when your
So,
heart's broken, you do
so
things. I mean, you know, when your heart's
I
broken,
guess
people do
I
crazy
never had my
things.
heart broken, so I don't know.
I haven't
But
either. I haven't
I'm
either. I don't
I'm the
know.
kind of person. Okay, let's move on. What's next in my life? Do you? You know what I mean?
And so, you know, and that's awesome that you're able to do that, and you're super strong and everything like that. But there's still there's a lot
I'm
of
just I'm
people.
just I'm just heartless. Okay, I don't.
No, you know, there's a lot of people who get heartbroken, and so when they get heartbroken, they want to lash out. They're petty. They want to do revenge. They want to do the get back. Oh, I want to, you know, blow up your spot. I want to make you feel a certain type of way. And I
My
think
thing,
that was his goal, was kind of blow up her spot and make her look bad or whatever.
yeah. But he forgot that Jada is mature, man, and she knows how to talk,
Very
and she's very when she speaks, she's very um straightforward but
intelligent,
intelligent, and
articulate.
she's gonna articulate the best way possible because she admit her wrong, but she explained what state of mind she was in. She explained how she grew from then. You know what I mean? She explained everything. So
I mean, it sounds
hey,
good. I mean, because you want to make yourself look like the good guy. You don't want to look like the bad guy because, you know, according to his story, she's going to look like the bad guy. So, of course, you're going to create this amazing story,
but I mean,
open up your platform
it's
and
not
say,
to me. It's not really a bad thing. Like, yeah, she was wrong to get in an entanglement with a younger guy, but she was in the same state of mind that he was in. She had broken up with her man that she'd been with for 21 years. They was separated. We don't really know how bad the situation was to make them separate, and she probably
mm-hmm.
was in a broken space. So it's just
I'm sure she was.
right. It's just happened to happen. You were right there. I was helping you with this, and things got farther than what we should have had, at that moment. And like
You were helping me and I was helping you.
I was helping you, and then things just turned a different way, and we ended up in this relationship that couldn't have went farther because I
Entanglement. It
yes,
was an entanglement. It wasn't
entanglement
a relationship.
because I'm married and I shouldn't
What?
have been in the first place. And you knew I was married, so you're just as wrong as I am. You gonna speak your piece? You gonna say
You
something?
got something to say? You want to add your piece? What you want to say? You got something that you want to
Hey
add?
everybody, I don't support entanglements. By the way, I support serious relationships. Okay,
There you go.
serious relationships, no
There you go.
entanglements. I mean, it probably was fun for August, but hey, I don't support that.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, he doesn't support entanglements. Y'all hear that?
But
He's
that's
25.
true. But that's true
Go ahead.
because August knew she was married. Yes, separated, but you
Yeah.
knew she was married. So yeah, she broke your heart, but why would you give your heart to somebody that you knew that wasn't fully available to you? It might have seemed
Can I
that
say
way.
something?
Yeah, go ahead.
You know what? I think a lot of times too, with situations like that, you don't know what he was telling. You don't know what she was telling him. She could have been like, because you know, in the beginning, she may have thought that she was going to break up with Will. She probably was like, you know what?
They thought it was done.
We're you know, because you remember how he said, I'm done with you. I was done with your butt. You know what I'm saying? Your ass or whatever. I'm done
Hmm.
with you. I was done with you. So in the beginning, she probably was like, we're getting a divorce. We're not going to get to, we're not going to be back together anymore. And you
Right.
never know what she was saying to him, like, you know what, it's a possibility that we might can be together. I'm divorcing him. Because in the very beginning there was probably a lot of anger, there was a lot of hurt, there was a lot of pain. Like you said, she was in pain, she was hurt and stuff like that.
Right.
And so, I mean, the thing about it is, you never know what she was saying to him. So, and unless we have manuscripts and recordings and stuff like that, We don't know what's being said because a
Right.
lot of times, especially when it comes if the tables were turning, if it was a man and a girl, the man could be telling the husband can be saying, "Oh, I'm leaving her, baby. I'm gonna leave her for you. I'm gonna be with you. I want to be with you." And then all of a sudden he decides to reconcile. Then there's your feelings are hurt now. I'm
Yeah.
hurt. I'm upset.
I still, if I would be like, look, she married to Will Smith. I better prepare myself to, you know what I mean?
Some people, some
He
people
entangled
honestly
it.
feel like they're not gonna that when somebody say I'm gonna leave my wife or my husband for you, people really believe it because again, he was in a broken place as well.
Yeah.
So his heart was he was vulnerable. His heart was open. He like, oh my gosh, she gonna leave her husband for me, Will Smith. She gonna leave Will Smith for me.
That's
You
when
know
he
what
should
I'm
have
saying?
said, "This sounds really stupid. Why would she leave Will Smith?" That I'm like, if you said that out loud, you'll be like, "This is stupid. Like,
She
why,
said, "This is
why?" Let me
stupid.
put,
This
let me
is
do my pros.
stupid."
Let me do pros and cons. Why would Jada leave Will Smith for me?
Girl, me,
Like,
little me,
you put yourself on a
girl.
high pedestal. Come on now.
Look, she said she gotta leave me. I said, what?
This
Girl,
is,
look,
let me
mm-mm.
not get in this entanglement. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's
Let me not
two
get
people.
entangled because this
Look,
is an entanglement. I'm in an
yes.
entanglement, so I can't. Girl, look,
But I understand. You know, he's young. He was young. He and people when people are that young, they are stupid. They don't know. They haven't been
they don't.
around. You know what
That's
I
what I'm
mean?
saying.
Like,
You 23 years old, like you young. You young. You want to pull your chair around this way, or you want to come around this way?
oh, she couldn't get on. She joined in this way.
Are you going to join on your computer on this one? Or she joining on her phone? She
She
already
can't
pulled
get
it
that
up. She's
close
about
because
to.
we gonna
Trying
be.
to look at my angles.
You got your headphones?
They right here.
All right.
Let's pull some more of my wine. So I'm pretty sure I'm on an unpopular opinion over here.
I mean, my sister has probably a lot to say about this. So I don't know what's going to be said. So,
God told me.
so
Wait, I
okay.
gotta make sure I don't look crazy.
Okay, hold on. She logging in, y'all. So,
So I gotta hold my phone.
I mean,
Yeah, but it might let me see, make sure it sounds good. Say something.
Okay, hold on, y'all.
Yeah, she gonna have to go into another room because it's gonna have an echo. Because I'm gonna be able to hear her and yours.
Janine, say something.
Like,
Can you hear me?
see, it's an
You
echo.
have to go to a go in there or go upstairs because we're echoing because we're so close together.
And clean your screen. The producer and me. Clean your phone. Not with your finger. Not with your finger. That's gonna make it worse.
See,
Whew.
Okay, I'm gonna sit over
You making
here.
my anxiety go. Oh Lord.
I mean,
Okay. I don't know how the light gonna be over here.
No, that's fine. No, you look fine.
Is
you
that
look good.
better?
Yeah.
My lip gloss
Just
popped
don't
up.
yell. Y'all in the same. You know. Now, what you gotta say, Janine? You on here now? What you gotta say?
Yeah, what you gotta say?
Because I'm the
Okay, so
unpopular opinion. See,
what?
I'm the only one with a
Where y'all
different shirt
left
on,
off
so
at?
I don't.
Oh, I got my. Can you see it?
We can see you.
All right, all right. What did y'all already talk? What have y'all said already
Just tell us your whole opinion
Just
about
tell us
what's
your
going
your
on.
opinion about the situation. We talked a little bit about
about the
everything.
entanglement?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
before you start, if anybody else who's watching who wants to join and come live and tell your opinion, come on. You know it's girl chat. I can send you the link. Let's get this. Come on, go ahead,
Let's
Janine.
get this girl chat popping. Let's
Let's get
go.
it. Yes,
Girl, I should have had you send Sean the
I'm
link. He got a lot to say.
I'm on my red couch over here.
Oh Lord. Okay. Well, what do I think about it? I just don't like how she tried to like make it like she's a victim. Like
I
she
didn't.
tried to play it down.
I didn't get that.
You know.
So how would you? Because I didn't get that. I think she owned up, but I think she just that was her truth at that
I mean, I
moment.
think she owned up because it
She
was
had
like
to.
the husband was like, "You need to do that," and
I,
then she wasn't upfront with it right away. He had to kind of force it out of her.
but that's hard to do. Like, could you do that as a woman? You got outed. Like, how would you respond to somebody who just came out and said all this kind of stuff? Like, most people wouldn't even come and own up to it. She
But the
did.
whole thing was everybody knew they was in a relationship.
Who?
It's just that people wasn't talking about it. And then when he decided to come out and have that interview talking about how he was in love with her and nobody believed him, but then when she came on and said it was true, it was like, oh, so
Busted.
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of mixed. I'm not married, so I can't speak as from a married person's point of view, but I don't know. It's messy.
It's complicated.
Yeah, but
It's just
I don't.
messy. But I wouldn't be surprised if her and Will don't be together after this. Something happened
That's what I was thinking.
What you mean? Like they will break
because
up
he's getting
because
too
of?
much backlash.
You
He
don't think that's
looking like a
that's what my
punk.
whole
Like
thing is.
they making him look.
The whole thing is like I said, if this happened 4 years ago, even though people say it might have happened just now, they're gonna deal with it, and it's their marriage. It's like till death do us part through all of this stuff, and if they decide to heal from it and grow from it and be each other's back, then
Right,
that's their marriage. And
Right.
right.
you can just take your little broken heart and go and cry on somebody else's shoulder.
Because I mean, this happened what 4 years ago, and he dealt with it. But I think the reason I say that is because it's coming out now, and it's so public, and now he has to relive it, and then it might bring up some things they never even addressed about it before. Because I mean, they probably got past it. It sounds like,
Yeah, but my thing is, if they got
but
past
then
it
now,
and Will knew what was going on. I'm pretty sure he knew about the
Right.
relationship when it was going on. They had these conversations, and Will and Jada don't take me as the people that will. They talk things out. I feel like they're the couple that do
Right.
talk things out, and they're on that spiritual journey of healing and talking and growing, and they've been open about that. That's who they are. So I feel like the type of people that they are, they can get through and past this because they know their relationship, their partnership that they call it, um, is different than what other people think a relationship should be. I feel like their relationship is just different. You know what I mean? We all have different types. We all know what will break us and will make us stop a relationship. And
right,
you know what I mean? With them, they're very open in how they communicate with each other. That's how I feel. That's how I take it. So the reason they got back together, because like you said, he said he was done with Jada. Like he didn't want to get another divorce, but he was at the point. So we don't even know what was going on to make them get to the point where they was that angry and upset with each other that they made them separate in the first place. And to come back from something like that and
Right.
they've been real strong the last few years together. You don't know what they had to discuss, go through, and stuff like that to get to that point. So I don't think something
right,
like this, even though it's public, they've been through public stuff before. I don't think something like this is going to break up what they have because going through something like this with your partner, whether it be a partner or a marriage, and to get through it and come and do it in a mature way, which I think they're handling it very mature. It could have been messy. She could
right,
have been like, I never loved him. It was just a sexual thing. It wasn't, but she said no. It was he forced it out of her. He didn't want to, but Will did say, tell him what it really is. It's a relationship. And she said, yeah, it
Right.
was a relationship. She had to admit
yeah,
that she had this relationship and it was real, but at the end of the day, she had to. I think she broke it off before her and Will actually. What I'm getting from it, she broke up the relationship with her in August before her and Will actually got back to their relationship because she
Reconcile.
needed
mm-mm,
time.
that's not what happened. She said what happened is she started reconciling with Will, and August Alsina left her. So if he wouldn't have broke it off, she would have still continued to deal with him. And
Or
she said that's what hurt her about it is because August Alsina just stopped. He cut off all communication with her.
I mean,
She didn't break up with
but my
him.
thing is, if that's something that happened, if that really happened, why did he feel the need
Right.
to come out and say something at all? Like if you broke it up with,
Well,
if
he
you,
got an album that's about to come out.
that's what I'm saying. He's doing it for clout. That's how I'm feeling. He's very immature. He's gonna do. Let me get something. I'll get my name out there. People know. I never heard of August Alsina before this. I don't know who this is.
Really?
If
Uh-oh.
he
Because
passed,
when she was
no.
when all that was going on, that was like the
I
thing.
don't pay
She's dating
attention to.
him.
I don't. Right. I don't pay
See,
attention to.
and I'm a big fan of his. So when he did the interview, I saw it, and I just felt really bad that he was having to prove that he had this affair because when they were together, it was very public. So that's why I was just like, why are people trying to say he's lying And I think that's why she came out like, I don't want people to think he's lying, but they were out everywhere openly. He
Yeah.
was living in their house.
Turn down. There said stop yelling
Wow.
because I could hear you in Miranda's thing. You need to talk lower, okay, Janine?
Let me turn my.
She does talk
I
loud.
just talk loud.
Her friend told her that today that she was talking loud when I was on the phone with him. She in the background talking. He can hear her.
I didn't even
So
remember
she just.
talking.
That's a shame. That's a
But
shame.
the thing about it is, I think he's immature, but I also think his feelings was hurt. I
Yeah,
think that was a
of
part of it too. I
course.
think he's immature, but I also think his feelings was hurt. You know, everybody's feelings don't get hurt. I mean, I think his expectations were out of pocket. Like, you know, you're thinking that Jada is going to leave you, you know, she's married to Will Smith. So I think it was just all off all the way around.
Hmm.
Your expectations were off. You're immature. You're probably trying to get some clout because your album's about to come out because you were kind of falling off the wagon, and that's how you connected with Jada in the first place. Because during that time that they connected, I think he was going through some type of emotional breakdown. So,
Well, he was sick. He
Yeah,
was
I heard.
sick.
because
Yeah,
he was in the
He had
hospital for
some.
a while, right?
Yeah, he had like some medical stuff, and then now he's raising his nieces and nephews because I think his brother and the wife died. So he was going through a whole
So
bunch
he
of
had a
stuff
lot of
as
stuff
top of
going
him
on.
being sick. Yeah,
and like I said, I don't
but you
think
have to.
I don't think that their relationship started in a like I'm going to take something from you. I think it really probably happened organically and it shouldn't have happened, but it did. And I don't
Right.
think it was ill will. I don't think Jada had any ill will. It probably he probably
Yeah.
didn't have any ill
I
will.
don't
It's
think
just
so.
something that happened, and hearts got broken. But
Yeah,
at the end of the day,
Yeah.
as a married woman, she had the right to say, "Hey, I do want to reconcile with my husband. This is my
Yeah.
husband. I'm not willing
right.
to let that go." And if he was man enough to cut it off because he saw that, he should have been man enough to be like, okay, that's what it was. I was in this
Right.
relationship. That's it. You didn't have to prove anything
But
to
you know what?
nobody.
You're right. But a lot of times that's why you don't get caught up in these entanglements because that's how people be on Snapped.
But
Because
that, but
then
you got to think he was so young. Her son
he's very
introduced them.
impressionable, though.
Yeah, he was the son's friend. That's how they
But
got,
at the end of the day, you're
introduced
still
to
an
each
adult.
other.
Even in my 20s, I knew when something wasn't
Exactly.
right. So we can't keep saying he's
Right.
young because you even though you was
But
23,
I'm
Of
talking about the
course.
maturity level. Like you're a grown woman with children, and then you're dealing with this immature adult. Like hasn't never really been with anyone. He says she was the first woman he loved, and then she could have expected it to be messy like that because he's just immature.
yeah. Like I said, I don't think it was intentional. I don't think I like Jada. I don't think
No.
she was intentional for all this to
I don't think she
happen.
did anything
It's just something
malicious,
that
I don't
happened
believe.
because, like we all do, like she said, if y'all something, if something you that emotional, something's going on, the love of your life is about to leave you,
Hmm.
you're not thinking straight either, no matter how old you are.
Hmm.
That
Yeah,
level,
of
it don't,
course.
you know what I mean? You do things
But
irrationally.
see, and then I don't know if you follow her table talk, but she was already saying that there was just a lot of disconnect with her and Will anyway, and she was
Yeah,
just dealing with a lot of stuff within herself outside of
yeah,
just a relationship.
right,
So, and she
Right.
kept emphasizing she just wanted to feel good. Of course, you meet this
right.
young, fresh person, and they're probably introducing you to things you haven't done in years, and who knows? She just wanted to have fun and enjoy her life.
Yeah,
Like you said, Stella got her groove back. She wanted to get, feel alive again. She wanted to, because she even said it on the
But
table
she
talk. She
said
wanted to
it.
feel wanted,
yeah, yeah.
right, and desired and loved. So,
And I think she probably felt that way, and I'm just saying it for my own opinion. Maybe she felt that way that she needed that she needed somebody else, but I think
Right.
she grew within herself to know that she had to make herself happy, like Will said. Like, okay, I don't really need August to do this. I need to figure out a way to make myself happy, and that's probably why she started reconciling with Will,
right. And
because she
probably after
realized it's
the
not the
after the
person. It's
honeymoon phase was over,
yeah. It was like, why am I doing this? This is dumb. He's a boy.
right? He my son's age.
That's weird. Ugh, I could have had
Okay,
you.
sorry guys. I'm trying to email Markel this picture of the beverages.
Uh-uh.
She over here trying to or get her cocktail order together, y'all. So
Yeah, he's bringing us this sweet red. I told him to go get the sweet red. You can't have discussions like this without no cocktail. Look, while she
See?
picks her cup up and takes a sip.
Right. Right. Everybody need their
We sitting over
cocktails, so
here
we
empty
really go to
handed.
cocktails.
It's
Right.
happy hour, man. I don't drink wine that
That's
often.
what I'm
Why I think I'm
saying.
sipping? It's been the same. I poured this before it started. I'm like really sipping.
That's what I'm saying. So, but yeah, I think it's an unfortunate situation for August, because of, whatever emotional issues that he may have been experiencing, just a heartache. And then just Jada, and then the backlash even Will is receiving. I mean, because I think he's getting some negative backlash, regardless of whether they were separated or
Well, he's
not,
had to cut off
regardless.
some friends, he said, that he thought were his friends.
But my thing is, you getting backlash calling you a soft man, but they don't know what they dealt with on the end. And at the end of the day, that's
Yeah.
his wife. He's gonna stick by his wife. Yes, she did that. We wasn't together, so it
Hmm.
wasn't um any foulness going on because they was, and even if it
Right.
kept going a little bit while they was trying to get back together, you know what I mean? Like obviously they dealt with
Hmm.
it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, but
I think
But
a
like
lot
you
of time.
said, that's his choice. He didn't have to
that
get back with her.
he didn't have to. But people, you
Right.
can choose to forgive somebody, and you can choose to do that, and nothing is wrong with that. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
of
And
course.
she didn't cheat on him. They were separated. It wasn't cheating going on. Well, we don't know what all going
Because at
on
the end of
because
the day, they have to live with each other.
they have
So,
to live with each other.
Yeah.
So why? Who care? Like my thing is like that's their life. That's their marriage, and
But it's unfortunate because they are celebrities. Their business is out in the limelight. Their business is for the world to see. So people are judging. People have a lot to say. Like he said, he's losing friends because people
yep.
are being insensitive. They're being disrespectful. Like you said, we don't know what was going on behind closed doors, but that has no, you
they
don't
wasn't
need
your
to judge
friends
his
in the first
situation because
place. I'm
all of us
sorry.
go through something.
Right. You gonna not be my friend because I decided to stick
Right.
with my wife. Okay, I didn't need
Right.
you as a friend anyway. Like, okay.
Well,
See,
and it's not even that they're not wanting to be his friend. He's cutting them off because they're saying some disrespectful stuff. Yeah.
About Jada,
but the
Right.
thing about it
then
is,
yeah, you're not gonna sit
now
there.
you're seeing who your real friends are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of times when we go through hard times or we go through heartache in our marriages and our families, your real friends show up. The people, they let you know what they really thought about you and your marriage, your situation. They probably was talking about him
Right.
behind his back anyway. Probably talking, laughing and giggling about Jade and her situation. Like you said, it was public. She was being
Mm-hmm.
seen in public with this young boy. They was probably talking about him anyway. So now they're
Hmm.
just being open with it now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay,
They put it out there. Let's bring it out.
yeah, it's unfortunate.
Like you don't have nothing else going on in
Yeah,
your
I
life
think it's
that you worried
bad. I
about
mean,
me.
he looks very heartbroken. I think it just rehashed some old feelings for him.
You mean Will?
Well, I know this album he finna put out is finna sell some millions just off that.
Who? August?
August. Hmm.
I'm still not gonna listen to it. I don't like him.
August.
You don't like August, girl?
No. Just the way
She
he
was like,
handled
no.
things. No. He's not the
Yeah.
energy that I need in my life, so I'm not gonna listen to his music. It's not the energy.
You don't like it, girl?
That's
August
why that's why you
Alsina,
cut off. No, I don't like him. I don't
oh,
know who he is.
look at you. Look at you. Look at being petty. See, now we bringing pettiness out all over the world.
I,
Pettiness is just
if
coming
he a
out.
rapper, I don't listen to rap anyway, so it's not a big thing anyway. that's why I
Look, the
could.
pettiness is coming
That's why your
out
screen
through.
was rotating because nobody.
Look,
If
the
he
pettiness
if
is
he ain't
coming
Girl,
out
I
coming
all
out,
love
over.
me some
Look,
August
here.
Alsina. Don't play.
I don't even know who that is. Like he could have passed by me and I wouldn't know the number. I'm like, I don't know who that is.
Like, who is this?
Even today, he big in the news. All
Well,
I know
he's
is his
the.
name. I still never seen who he was. I think I seen this.
Oh, you
I
know.
I think I seen a picture of him with this hair. That color was awful. I know my hair is awful too, but I'm not gonna be. Mm-mm. He need a new stylist.
Because when him and Jada was having a thing, he lost a lot of little fans behind that.
Well, because he was hanging out with Jada.
That don't make sense. People,
You said
people
he
do
lost fans
way
because he
too
was hanging
much.
out with Jada.
Yeah, a lot of his following is a lot of young women, and when they saw that, they was mad. Yes.
I never get pressed
That's
like
why I
that.
don't understand why they're making such a big deal
wow.
about him coming out about it now because everyone knew about it. Like it wasn't like the public didn't know about it.
Janine, volume level
Well,
5, please. 5. Because you so loud. I can hear
Am
she's
I
you.
talking
excited about.
loud?
Yes.
Wait till I get this wine.
Oh Lord, we need to wrap it up then.
Yes.
No, I I can't see
Well,
any
you got
comments
another
or
interview
anything.
coming up, so we're gonna be talking loud.
Got
So
another interview
my
coming
thing
up.
is
Mhm.
What's the other
She got a
interview?
her
local interview coming up.
Who?
her fiance wanted to. I guess he's interviewing entrepreneurs or people who have like different things going on. So she just
Hmm.
told me about this about 30 minutes ago. So he just wants us to talk about talk about Bougie Girl and what we doing,
Oh,
why we're
that's
doing it,
good.
what's going on with it and stuff like that. So,
Well, that's
trying to get us
good.
out here in these streets
Get
and
us
talking
out here
about
in
what we
these
got going
streets.
on, you know
In
what I'm
these
saying?
streets with our
Right.
opinions. I know I'm unpopular opinion, but that's why I don't get in celebrity businesses. I don't care about their personal business.
I don't
All
either.
I, all I know is the marriage institute is messy. It get messy sometimes. People don't be married for 50, 60 years without things happening. But you
That's
just gotta
true.
decide to stay together no matter what's going on. And I think that's what they're gonna do. So sorry, Og, for getting your feelings hurt, but move on, sell your millions of albums, and live your life. Okay,
Find you
go
another
about your
older woman, a
business.
cougar. Get you another
That's
cougar.
how about that's not married? That's not married. Well, right. Find somebody who's
Girl,
not
she go.
married. And all y'all people who wanna, oh, he gonna leave. They're not gonna leave. They're gonna stay with their people. So just stop messing with married people. Stop getting
Stop
your
messing
feelings
with them.
hurt.
Yeah, we just watched a movie today. What was it called, Janine?
Everything but a man.
We just watched a movie earlier, said Everything But a Man, and it's talking about successful black women who have everything but a man. And so she was an older woman. She ended up marrying this African immigrant, and he had a wife and kids in Haiti, and she thought she could handle it and got over there, and the wife was like, he's never going to leave me and these kids. And she just got her face cracked, and it was just like, oh. So, I mean, so it's just a,
The wife wasn't playing with her.
Right.
so it's just basically
It's
to your
one
point,
thing
Elena.
it's one thing getting in a relationship with somebody that you don't know that's married, but willing to get in a relationship with somebody who's married and then think that they're going come on. You have to have better
Right,
sense than that. Like you need to, something in yourself need to be fixed.
right, right.
You need to do some
And it's
soul searching
unfortunate that a lot of
within. It
times
happens a lot.
people, yeah, it does. And a lot of times the thing
Hmm.
about it is it's unfortunate that, a lot of times women get into these relationships with these men or vice versa, and they've been in the relationship for 2 or 3 months and don't even know that the other person's married. The other person never disclosed it. The person never asked, are you married? Are you in a relationship? Nobody ever said anything
Right.
because we're not dating for data. We're not asking these questions on
But
dates and when we're getting to know each other. And
but
now
what
3 months later, we're in love with each other. And now I find out you're married.
yeah, but once you find out it's married, isn't your responsibility to take care of yourself and be like, look, I don't have to deal with
Right,
this.
right.
But they decide to
Hmm.
stay and then get their
Mm-hmm.
feelings hurt yet again. You
Yeah.
got the information, you got your red flag. Okay, let me go ahead and go about my business. Yeah, it might be painful. Yeah, you might hurt, but
Yep, because his wife
I, I,
said
I'd rather hurt for a year than just be stuck with
he not
something.
leaving.
Right.
Yep, a lot of people, but it's unfortunate. It's so many women or people who don't do that. It's like, I know they're married. I just found out, but I'm in love, and I know one day they're gonna leave their spouse, or I know. So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It's too many women who feel that way. Too many people, men who feel that way, and that's just not the case. And it leaves a lot of broken hearts, a lot of hurt people behind. And even though they're old enough and mature enough to know better, they don't do better. So.
And again, I feel like that's soul searching that you got to do on an
But you got to
individual
think what you
level.
just said. You've been dating this person, and now you're in love with him. It's hard to work away sometimes.
But what I mean, how can you fall in love with somebody in months though? I'm sorry. I'm like kind of person. You can't talk to me. You can't whisper sweet nothings in my ear to make you fall in love with me. Like, nah. I need more than that. I don't know what that
I mean,
entails.
some people fall away
It took
quickly.
I know it took me a year before I even thought. I'm like, do I even love my husband now? This way. Just kidding. I'm just
God,
kidding.
help her, Lord. No, but a lot of
You
times
I'm
said a
just
people.
kidding.
year.
Yeah, it took about a year for
Woo.
me to be like, okay, maybe. And I was praying the whole time, like, God, if he ain't the one, get him out my life. Like, I was praying, like, I don't got time for this. I'm not getting
And
my
she
heart
said,
entertained.
even after that, she said, maybe.
Oh,
She
okay.
was. She said the word maybe after a year. Look, like,
That's another discussion y'all need to have about people dating married men, because you know I could speak on that one real good. Because I have an entanglement for 25 years.
What?
let's talk about it
What?
then. Since you brought it up, let's go.
What is your entanglement? Don't be
Look,
drunk.
right. Let's
Shoot,
talk about
I
it
need to write
then.
a book because my entanglement for these long
This
years.
girl and this man. Oh,
Sheesh. I can't shake him. He know I'm in it. I told him I'm engaged now. I'm happy. He don't care. He'll keep talking. Well, when we gonna have dinner? He don't care. He'll pop up at
wow.
the house. Talking about he coming to get the kids. Yeah, he on one. He didn't move from another state out here. He ain't playing.
Yeah.
And brought his wife with him.
Wait, this is too
Ooh.
Yeah.
much. Let me finish drinking
I
this
got an
glass.
interesting entanglement.
Look at she had to take another sip. Look. Right.
What is going on? I,
Help us, God.
I can't. That's why.
Y'all
This
need to
is
have
why.
a
This is
whole
why.
thing about
Yes,
these
we have to
situations.
find this because I'm that person. I decided when I was 16 and I seen all this stuff going on and people fall in love in 3 months and I was like, God, I can't. I don't want to date. I don't want to do the dating thing. Like when I'm ready for him and he ready for me, that's gonna be it. And I literally met my husband at 26, and he's the first person I ever dated and married. My husband's like, "How that happened for you? I've been through so many heartbreaks, and the first person you date is." I'm like, "Cause I prayed for it. I didn't have time for that." Mm-mm.
And you are a rarity, honey, because there are so many women and men out there who don't have that story, and their story is the opposite of what you're saying. Like you said, they get these relationships, they get caught up, they get their feelings hurt, they get their heart broke, they get caught up with these married people. And like my sister said, 20 something years, and and I know about this person, and he asking her to go out of town, and like,
And when you
So
meet him, you
question.
want, like you when you met him, you knew the story. But he's one of those people, like when you hear it on, you're like you don't want to like him. But then when you meet him, he's like the sweetest person, and it's kind of like
I
he's
don't
very
care.
charming. He's full of crap. Yeah, it's a lot going on with it.
They're very charming
oh
and full of
no.
crap. This whole thing.
And everybody that I introduce him to, they love him. Oh, he's a nice guy, and all of what I told them just went out the window when they meet him because he's a nice person.
Okay, and there's a lot of nice people that have a bunch
But
of chopped up
again,
people in their basement too.
that's my entanglement. I can't get rid of him. He told me the other day he don't care if I get married. He
I have nothing to say. I know I'm unpopular opinion. I can't.
Look.
Like I'm a Capricorn. I'm
You're
very
not
blunt.
going nowhere.
I'm just because you don't want him to go
I
nowhere. But that's just my opinion. I'm just gonna sip my wine
look.
over here. Just
Look, we all got our own opinion. I mean, it's not the unpopular opinion. You just have an opinion that, everybody has different stories. We all have different issues and situations. When I was married, and I got a divorce because my husband had an affair. But different things, men or my ex-husband told this person, oh, my wife is this type of person, and I'm far from that type of person that he described me as. So you don't really know what other people are telling people, and it's unfortunate that sometimes innocent people get caught up in situations,
yeah.
and lies are
Yep.
being told, and just different things are going on, and then these these men are start taking care of these women and start doing all these things, and you know what I'm saying. Then it just becomes a mess, and then it's like you're destroying families. It's just a lot. It's too much going on, but I think it comes back to you knowing your value and your worth, you knowing
Yeah.
who you are,
And you
and
can't put
just
it on the woman.
no, not all the time. You can't.
But it happens vice versa. It
It
happens
does.
on both
Hmm.
sides. So I got this story. I
Hmm.
was watching. It was actually on. I watch a lot of Kev on stage stuff, and he had this dear Kev. So this woman wrote into him, wrote into him and said that she have this sugar daddy that she's been with for I want to say 12, 10 years, and he bring her on trips. He give her money every month, and he take care of her financially.
Is she frozen?
Hmm.
Elena, you're frozen.
I'm back. Y'all see me?
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
back.
we got
Yeah,
you.
my
Okay,
I
go
saw
ahead.
my screen
Hmm.
go away. So,
Okay.
he was giving her $10,000 a month, but at this point now she's married and have a child, and she's still getting this money from this old man. And she was like, "Should I tell my husband? Should I? I don't know what to do because I like getting this.
No
I like
way.
getting this money every month, and I go on my trips, and I don't want to get rid of my trips." But
Ten thousand a month? No, I ain't
I'm like,
telling.
or tell him he might be like, keep that. Like, come
Right.
on,
We need that money.
let's go on these trips. Like, if he's willing to,
Look.
but he wanted the man, like the older guy, was like, look, I'll give you more if you just leave your husband. I want to be with just me. Like, I want you to be with just me.
Invite him over for dinner.
Let's have this three entanglement with your money.
Right.
But
Wonder why she got married in the first place. I guess maybe the other guy was too old for her. Did she say why she didn't marry him in
cause
the
she
first place?
probably cause he was a sugar daddy. It was no feelings involved. She was getting things. She was getting money. She was getting her way. She was going on trips. She now
But
she has a certain
a
lifestyle.
lot of the sugar daddies, yeah, they don't have in like real relationships with them. They just get money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still can't. I can't. Just don't ask me to. I can't.
She said a sugar daddy. There's some nice looking older men out there. You just gotta find the right one.
Mm-mm. I don't have daddy issues.
I don't either.
I don't need nobody that much older than me.
I don't. I mean, but who wants? I
No
mean, a sugar daddy,
judgment.
does he have
No
to be older than
judgment.
you? No, does a sugar daddy have to be
I
older?
mean,
Like, how much older does he have to be? Like 5 years, three
I
years?
did ask Che
Well, it
if I could
depends
get a
on
sugar
how old the
daddy.
woman is. If you in your 50s, you already at sugar daddy age.
So I'm in my
No
30s,
way.
so
I'm
that means a
spitting.
sugar daddy have to be at least 20 years older than me.
I
Like
think so.
what's the what's I mean your sugar daddy? Ooh,
They would
he
have
gonna
to
be
be
real
like
old,
50 or
Miranda. I'm just
60, I would
I'm
think.
messing
Wow. Okay, that's how he doing me. Okay, so my sugar daddy would
If I got a
probably have
sugar
to
daddy,
be.
he'd have to be like 70.
Ugh.
Ew.
Ew, what do you want you
I'm
to
not
kiss
doing
him?
that. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. I'm not.
He'd have to be in 70s.
I don't even want nobody in my 50s. So in their 50s, I'm good.
Gross.
I'm good.
Miranda gonna be a cougar. I'm sorry.
That's a whole nother topic, y'all, because a lot of these sugar daddies don't even meet these people in person.
Mm-mm. Because my sister said she'd been on a website. What do you call? You said it was called Sugar Mama or Sugar. That website you said you went on one time. It's
Sugar babies. Sugar babies.
girl.
I'm
There's a
gonna ask.
I
website.
set up a profile. It was interesting.
Look at her. She said, "I'm investigating. I'm
It
investigating.
was
Let me set up this."
interesting.
Sugar
And they put it on
babies.
there. They'll tell you. Wait, they said it. They said they'll like give you an allowance, 10,000 a month, 5,000 a month. You got to be available when they come in town, stuff like that.
Available for what? Ugh, I
Mm-mm.
can't.
You know what? When I was in my 20s, I met this older guy. I don't know if
Like
he
to go
was
out on dates with them.
Okay, I could go
like go
dates. You could feed me,
like
but
go arm candy. I think it's about being arm candy. Like you young, you
Yeah, like because a
beautiful.
lot of them come out here in Vegas on trips. Yeah.
mm, okay.
You young, you beautiful. I remember when I was in my 20s, I was in Los Angeles and I met this older guy. I don't know how old he would have been in his 30s or in his 40s, but he was older to me because I was in my 20s. And he had a little gray. He was handsome though. I mean, it just depends. I mean, there's some handsome older men out there, but now that I'm in my 40s, I'm good.
You do not know what I was getting ready to say something inappropriate on here.
Say it.
Don't nobody want to look at them.
Don't don't
Ugh.
don't don't say it, Janine. Don't say it.
Shrivel.
Gross. Them gray balls.
What?
Control your system, around.
Okay.
Ugh.
Baby.
Ew.
This is what you wanted. So
Gross.
this is what you get.
Oh
Cause we
gosh.
be over here hollering. Girl.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's the first thing I thought. I
Help us,
can't.
God.
No money in the world. No
No,
money in the
nobody
world.
want no old man.
That's what I'm saying. Now that I'm in my 40s, it's like, I'm good. I'm gonna do a Jada. I want a young Timber.
Just don't
I want
go. You
somebody
can't go younger
young.
than your son. So you have to get at
Well,
least
everybody I date
Girl,
is
35.
younger than
no.
me.
At least 35,
Girl,
because
don't
he
nobody
mentally okay at this, because at 35, that's when men
at
kind of be more,
35, yeah.
they're mature.
Yeah.
Well,
35 is a good number.
yeah. No, just don't go.
35 is a good number.
It is a good number.
It's a great number.
Hmm.
I think
35.
25.
No, because she has a 25-year-old. She can't. She can't
She
have
does too. She does too. So
Janine.
really
What?
talking about
What happened?
I said you got a 25-year-old too. You don't need no 20. What do you mean 25?
Girl, bye. They think
Look.
I'm their age. Whatever age they think I am, I'm rolling with it.
I no.
Girl, Jarella be what's today's date?
Girl, she didn't forgot her baby birthday. Oh
No,
Lord,
what's
here we
today's
go.
date? Girl, my
The
son will be
12.
27 in 3 days. I'm rolling with it.
You got a 27-year-old
look.
Janine. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So we don't need no. He needs to be 35. That's what I'm saying.
No, that's old.
She
They out of
said
the
that's
young tender
old.
age once they pass 30.
Oh my gosh. Young tenders. So
You know,
yeah.
these men
Okay.
past 35, they think they know everything.
And then once you
You
start
need
getting a
somebody you
certain
can
age, then
confuse,
it's
huh?
like, girl. And then sometimes when men when they start getting a certain age, like in their 40s, oh my back, and having back issues and all these other issues. Can we not? I don't have back issues. I don't have any of that.
Look at
So
your son in the
can we?
background. You giving them complexes. Don't do that.
No, I don't give him complexes. Look, he knows what's going on. He knows what it is. My son.
Well, that's what's going on with this one over here. Talking about he need to be in the bed at 8 o'clock.
See, that's what I'm saying. Her fiance 40, and he talking about going to bed at 8. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's doing too much. She said in the bed at 8, girl, and be up at 3, four
Girl, he
o'clock in the
walked through the
morning.
door and run through the house and dive in the bed like the kids. I'm like, hello? Are you gonna take your clothes off? I'm tired.
Mm-mm-mm. That's
Wow. Elaine, I can't see. Are we? Do
Girl.
we have
And
any
they're
type of
talking about
comments? We
his
don't have no
leg and
comments,
his
huh?
back.
yeah. We done. People laughing at us.
Are they? I can't see the comments.
Hmm.
Girl,
Oh, somebody said this is crazy.
Hmm.
I know it
We're
is.
very entertaining.
We're gonna have
So,
to
does
add you to.
anyone
We're
have
gonna
any
have to add you to
comments?
Sunday chit chat more often. You're gonna have to just be a part of Sunday chit chat.
Yes.
we got we gotta broaden the audience so we can get a whole bunch of viewers.
Yes, because I'm just
Because
straightforward.
I got some
Like,
interesting topics we could talk about.
tell us.
We
Send it
always
to the
ask people if
email.
you have
I
something,
know.
if you want to talk about, please inbox us, let us know. We are down for it. So, as long as we're not being disrespectful and we're having a fun conversation and respect everybody's difference of opinion, we
Yeah.
good. Let's do it.
See, I was scared to say
So
my
let's have a
opinion because I know I'm different. My husband still called me a square. He been
Girl,
calling me a
your
square
next
since we
thing should
met.
be about these women dating married men. You should do one about crazy family members.
How we gonna
Yeah.
find that? Is there any men out there, women out there dating
Hmm.
married men? Come talk to us. Like who go, who gonna want to
Who's going
come
to
on
respond
here?
to that?
Who's gonna respond to that, Janine? You
You'll
gonna
be
Skype?
surprised if you
Look,
say it a lot because
you at
they think
Vegas. Go
they're the
find some
only
people for.
one.
Okay,
Or
All
have
right.
not, okay, not currently, but have you ever?
okay. Tell us how your opinion, how it went down and stuff like that. I got you.
Well,
Um,
if
Like, did you
whoever's
know he was
listening,
married when you met him? Yeah.
they know that
whoever's listening,
that
watching the
ring be light.
replay,
You could see that ring when they have
girl, a
the
lot of
indention.
men these days don't wear a ring at all.
Mm-mm.
So there's no fading, there's
And
no
a lot of
suntan.
men, right? But a lot of men wear a ring and they're not married because they said it attracts women.
Wow,
I've met a lot of guys that do that and they're not married.
vultures up
They're
here.
just dumb. So.
She said they're
People
just
don't
dumb.
people don't care if you're married because
Or with Goldie.
I've had men approach me and I'm like, I'm married, so we can't be friends. No, that's exactly what that means. We
Right,
can't be friends. I don't need you as a friend.
right.
I don't
Well,
know
that's what
you.
I'm saying. Yeah, and I told my daughter that the other day. I said when I was married, I'd be in the mall and they have approached me, "What's up?"
People
And I'm
don't
like, "I'm
care.
married." Oh well, how did is he treating you good? I'm married.
And
Does it
it's none of your
matter?
business
Like
anyway.
that's what I'm saying. Does it matter? I'm married. Respect that, but the people don't respect that. So if there's any people on that's listening or will watch the replay, you can
Ooh,
inbox us
he
or
said
comment
that.
and say that let me finish saying what I'm saying. Then you can comment because I didn't hear what he said. If your ring date passed and you want to join our girl chat next or in a couple of weeks, come on. We want to talk with you. We want to share your story, share your experience with however it went down. Share. So
Yes.
Joyce said, "Hey, Janine."
Hey,
Should have missed the whole.
I know I'm looking
Markeel
over there like,
said,
Okay,
wait,
let's ask
Markeel
the.
said it's a whole bunch of women out there like Jada,
Wait,
like that don't mind cheating and they married.
they didn't. She didn't cheat. It was on a
she didn't
break.
cheat.
Y'all
She
watch
was still married.
Friends.
They
Y'all
were
watch
still
Friends.
married.
But still, they was separated. That's not cheating. You separated. That's not cheating.
Markeel says she's cheating. Markeel says she's a cheater.
Markel says she
Oh,
cheating.
whoremonger.
Look,
She said, "Oh,
Every
so
puppy."
I watch. I don't know if y'all watch Friends. So when Ross and Rachel was on a break, was that cheating? When Ross had slept with somebody else, they was on a break. Was that cheating?
Girl, I don't watch that. I've never
You don't
watched
watch
it
that.
Friends?
was. It really was. It was.
That was cheating.
It was cheating.
Think about mama.
Let this one over here. We go on a break
She all
and let
late to
him
the
cheat.
conversation. Do
What
you
she
wanna
say?
chime in, Joyce Houston? We can send you the link so you can get your opinion on what's going on with Will and Jada. We talked
Let me
She
about that at
see.
the
said
top of
not
the hour.
true.
What did she say? Not true. What? Check
Check the red
the red table
Check the
talk.
table talk.
we
What wasn't
watched
true?
we watched the red table talk, mama. We watched it.
We watched it. What's not
Mhm.
true? That they were on a break,
I watched it
or
twice.
I watched it too. I mean, I
I
watched it
watched it.
once, but I think I watched it with different glasses than everybody else. I'm
But
not
she's.
messy. I take people for what they were.
I mean, she said they were on a break. So I
We're on
mean,
a break.
if you're on a break and you have an affair or emotional affair with somebody,
She
I
wrote
think you're
this.
cheating because
She wrote,
you're still married.
I'm gonna
um,
tell you what. Let this one over here do something.
And look, they not even married yet. She like let him cut up if he want to. I got
at,
some for
at the
him.
end of the game, my last thoughts on it. At the end of the day, that's Will and Jada
Mm-mm. We can
marriage.
be on a break if you
If
want to do something. You're
if
gonna lose a
Will,
limb.
we don't know what they went through when Will found out and stuff like that. But Mama
Hmm.
said, if If you married, there is no break.
Right.
But they really thought that it was done with.
Right.
They really thought it was done with. But
So she should have waited till it was finalized before she cheated.
right. But that's your opinion in your own marriage. Like y'all set your own boundaries. And if Will can forgive Jada for that entanglement, relationship, whatever, then we should be like, okay, that's them. That's their marriage. Let them live. That's my last opinion.
They have their boundaries. They're swingers.
That's
They do
true
what they
though.
want to do. They
They're
get in
back
where they fit
together, so
in.
it don't even matter
Yeah, back
now.
together. They a power couple. They was like,
That's
look, we
good.
still
Do
gonna
it.
fight and be these get these millions.
We still gonna be like, go Will and Jada. We still gonna go watch
It's cheaper to keep
Bad
her.
Boys 3.
It's very much so cheaper to keep her.
Hmm.
I'm pretty
Look.
sure when they got married 25 years ago, there was no kind of money
Especially in
agreement.
California.
Look.
Right.
And
So
look,
Well,
guess
she said
what?
on one of her other table talks they didn't sign a prenuptial agreement. She said that
they
a
were
long time
young.
ago.
How at 25 years ago, how would they know that Will would have been $40 million right now? Ain't no way.
Right.
He was still doing the
Right.
goofy little show. He wasn't even doing movies yet.
She said the goofy little show.
But you know what I mean? He was
Right.
still
Right.
being a silly little kid on Fresh Prince. Like, who knew that he was going to
Yeah.
be who he is now? Nobody
Right.
knew
Hmm.
that. So, yeah, they probably didn't sign no prenup. So,
Well, I hope they work it
Y'all
out.
gotta
I
watch
don't care.
that thing that I saw last night on YouTube.
What?
Y'all gotta watch.
you
We
see what
gotta
my
watch
mama
that.
said? She
What is
said,
it?
I'll ask to be a guest so y'all can talk about it
And
when
it was
she
talking
comes
about
on.
Will's first movie.
What was it?
He was having sex with a man.
Oh, you talking about Goodwill? Was it Goodwill Hunting? No, that's not it. What was it
No.
called? The Legend of Beggar
Um,
Vance. The Legend of
the
Beggar Vance.
uh,
It was the Legend
he
of
was having
Beggar
sex with the
Vance.
white guy,
It was the. I'm telling you
the
what the name of the
vagabond.
movie is. Yeah, the Legend of Beggar Vance, not Beggar Bond.
Baker. I don't know.
I don't know, but
I,
yeah, we watched this thing yesterday. It was really interesting.
yeah, the
Mm, mm,
Legend
mm.
of Beggar Vance. That was his first movie. It came out in two.
Okay,
Not one of his first movie because that's an older. That's
that
2000.
scene
I
is
feel like he
gross,
did.
but yeah.
No, I think that wasn't his first movie. Oh, she said 6 Degrees of Separation. Never mind, I was
Oh
wrong.
yeah.
That's what everybody's
I think
saying.
that's the one.
6 Degrees. I never seen it.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
heard about it, but I never
See,
watched
that's what
it.
it's called,
I,
six
I'm.
degrees of separation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I'm about to look like my husband watching. Good thing he didn't catch earlier.
Uh-huh. Right. Yeah, I've never seen the movie, but I heard about it. I remember when it first came out, they talked about that. I never watched it though.
But it's acting. He's a method actor.
yeah, it's interesting.
I think that's what made them people think that they swingers or. But they did come
Mm,
out and say that
mm,
they
mm.
wasn't. So I mean, rumors is rumor, but you take people for their word.
Yeah.
I do. Unless I see some
Yeah.
hard
I mean, if
evidence, unless there's a video that come out and catch them,
she said, I want to see some receipts.
you said, oh, I caught y'all.
I want to see some receipts.
Right.
Well, this has been fun. So
Hmm.
we're going to have this conversation again soon. So this was fun. So we're glad for the audience that came to watch us on today. Next week, I'm going to be traveling, so I won't be able to join next week. So maybe the week after we can have that conversation about the married men and stuff like that, or unless Janine and Elena want to have that conversation. But y'all keep us in your prayers out here in these COVID streets. Everybody stay safe. And
It wasn't
y'all,
no double.
what happened? I can't even see the comments.
My husband said he had a stunt double, and
Mm-mm,
and
that was
then
him.
and then my
Mm-mm.
mama said he had no name yet. Young struggling actor taking whatever
He said Will Smith
available.
had a stunt double. He said he had a stunt double. No, he didn't. I seen it in slow motion.
Uh-uh. She said she seen it in slow motion. No. Ew. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, I
He
saw
had
the
no name
scene.
yet. Young struggling
He said
actor
watch
taking
the
whatever
movie. He said
available.
watch the movie.
I don't know if I want to
Okay.
watch that.
I've never seen
I
it, so
just
I'm
I
guessing
just
I might
seen
have to
that
watch it.
that
I never
particular
seen it.
scene. I just saw last night in slow motion.
Was
It
that
was
him?
full
Why?
frontal nudity.
Why are you watching it in slow motion? You
I
sick
know.
Because that's how they
person.
on the documentary I was watching. They were pausing stuff.
Mm, mm, mm.
You
Oh, it was so
sick
interesting. I was
person.
like, no, they're touching.
He was a stunt double. I have to watch the movie now. I never
Oh,
seen it. I never seen the movie, but I haven't seen a
I
lot of
don't know if I
movies, so
want to
I'm
watch
guessing
it.
just
it's a
fast forwarded to
movie.
that
They're
scene.
actors. They're actors. Okay, but you
Mm-mm.
don't know how much he got
That's not.
paid. Like, it just he's just making his money.
I mean,
Well, he was a new actor at that time. They probably didn't pay him nothing.
He probably got $500
Not
in
a
a tic tac.
lot.
it was
Yeah,
a
they
lot
gave
for
him
him,
some
I
new
guess.
a new G string, a Chick-fil-A coupon.
Oh
Ah,
no, baby! A little
come
car
on, come
wash.
on.
Look, a certificate
He
to
was new to
Popeyes.
Hollywood. He was taking what he
I
could.
mean, but before, I'm sure before his movie, he already had. I'm pretty sure it was after Fresh Prince, and he was already known as a rapper. So he wasn't. I'm pretty sure they paid him
Hmm.
something good. It wasn't like he was just brand
Decent.
new and they just found him on the street and be like, "Hey, come be in our movie." So they had to pay him something
Well,
decent.
maybe. Well, I'm sure it didn't bother him. He did it, so maybe he
Yeah,
was used to it. I don't know. Maybe he was familiar with it. I don't
he,
know.
he was used to it.
Ew. Gross. Yo.
I mean, you accepted it, so I mean,
Ah.
It was a
Ride him,
movie.
cowboy.
Oh Lord, I gotta see
oh
this
Lord,
movie. I
we don't
don't.
we don't want to do this. We don't want to do this.
Oh no.
Anyway, y'all, so this has been fun. We have been on here a long time on this
Yes.
Girl Chat Sunday. We had a good time. So, does anyone have any questions or comments, Elena? Because I can't see in the chat. This is my first time being on my
It's
phone, so
just
I can't tell.
my mama done
So,
with it. She just saying let it go.
she said, let it go. Like, oh my God. We want to talk about it. No, but this was fun. So, but y'all stay safe out there. And you know what? Since we're all at, summertime, y'all order one of these Bougie Girl Cyber Happy Hour or these Bougie Girl t-shirts. All of us have on one today. We have on
Mhm.
different styles. So you guys go order one. She has on
Yep.
I'm Bougie Intentional. Janine has on hers. So y'all
I
go
have
out
on
there.
mine. I know you can't see it. Well,
So
next time I'm on
everybody
here, I'm gonna have on a robe and I'm gonna be getting fed grapes.
So that show never happening.
do it. do it.
If you gonna
Oh,
have
it's gonna have a
let
big
me
B
know
on
so I
it.
can have my robe and I'll be fed grapes too.
Chael gonna feed you some grapes. Y'all gonna be on here with y'all robes and y'all grapes. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and just be in the background and go ahead and just because I don't have nobody to feed me grapes and have a robe. So
I'm gonna be yelling out grapes.
no grapes, grapes. Help the people. She said she gonna have on her. So Elena and Janine gonna have on robes and grapes. Chael, you hear this?
Y'all
So get
haven't
ready with your
seen
grapes.
that? You haven't seen that? The guy that does that?
No, he had it's like
I've
he a
I
always
know
YouTube
you
said I
sent me the
wanted
channel.
to do
video.
it. Yeah, he does a lot of live videos. He has YouTube,
Some
all kinds of
girl
stuff,
on
but he just
Instagram.
lays back and he be yelling out grapes and then they feed him to him. And he has a robe on all the time.
We don't have grapes a lot. Can I say fruit snacks?
Grapes.
Let's get some fruit snacks. Fruit snack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fruit snacks. I need them right
Oh my
now.
God.
That's gonna be fun. Well, thank you guys for watching. Whoever's watching the replay, it's gonna be fun for you. Enjoy it. You all be safe out there in these coronavirus streets. Stay home. Wear your mask when you leave the house. Be safe. And we will see you next time for Girl Chat. This was fun. Thank you everybody for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, you
Bye.
guys.